Hey everyone, okay, so today's video is on hooded eyes, and this tutorial in particular is for those of you with very hooded eyes. So while I'm faffing around, let me kind of explain it. The problem with a hooded eye, particularly one as we get older, is that there's no reference point for the eyeshadow. Now what I mean by that is there's oftentimes loose skin that's hanging up on the outside corner of the lid, and that can make a reference point for eyeshadow pretty difficult. So I'm going to kind of explain it to you in this tutorial. So the first thing we're going to do is just define the eyebrow. Now I'm doing that by going against the grain, and I'm not extending the tail of the eyebrow because I don't want there to be too much space for eyeshadow to go, and by having a very long tail you've got more room to place eyeshadow, and with a hooded eye and a very hooded eye it's a good idea to have less space. So that's what I'm doing. You can see I'm going against the grain to get the colour on the skin, and I'm leaving the tail as it is. Applying primer to the eyelid. This is just going to allow the eyeshadow to adhere. So now we're going to use our lower lash line as a reference point. Apply a kohl pencil or a chubby pencil underneath the eye from the outside corner all the way in. Don't make this line really thin. Make sure it's a decent, thickness. That's going to be our reference point for our eyeshadow, the beginning part. So there it is, the outside corner. That's where we know where we need to start applying shadow to the upper lid. Now we're going to do something that's really important with hooded eyes, again to give a reference point. Curl the lashes and apply the faintest amount of mascara, a really tiny amount so it dries almost instantaneously even. This is going to give us our second reference point, which you'll see now with the arrows. So now we've got the lower part of the eyelid, and now we've got the upper part where the very last lash is. That's where our reference points are. So we're going to highlight the inner portion of the lid, and we're going to highlight the brow bone as well. Now these areas are important. Don't highlight too far in with the brow bone because it can make a hooded eye look even more hooded. Now with either a piece of tissue or a shadow shaper, I'm using the shadow shaper, you want to line this up with the outside corner of the eye and the tail of the eyebrow as I'm doing. And I'm going to give you an arrow. Now where this point goes, you can see here, it goes directly on the shadow that we've just created with that kohl pencil, right where the arrow is. That's where we place the shadow, the piece of paper, whatever it is you're using. So we're going to go in now into the crease. If you don't have one, you're going to go above the crease of the eye, all the way in, around about a third of the way, and then bring it down onto the lid. Where we've got that shadow shaper, it's going to cut off, because we've got those reference points, any skin that's hanging over. That's what's going to give us the lift to the eye. So you want to blend eyeshadow all over this part of the lid. Now just keep on applying the colour and checking it, and really make sure you work that outside corner as well so that the two join up. They're going to join up anyway because of the way we've placed it, but just in case. You're now going to get a hard line, and we're going to blend that line. So there you go, you can see the hard line. Take a clean brush and very gently just buff the edges. Now just for fun, I'm going to now apply a brighter shade. This is almost a red, and I'm applying this over the lid. I've got green eyes, so this is a great colour in order to make them stand out. But you could have just left it if you want, just playing around with colour. So next I'm going to curl the lashes. Remember, we only had the faintest amount of mascara on, so it's not a big problem. There goes my eyeball. Apply mascara onto the top lashes. Really work it here to open up the eyes. Completely optional is to apply kohl into the waterline. I just prefer this. I think it looks nice. Some people makes their eyes smaller, so don't use it if you don't want to. Totally up to you. Now what I'm going to do is apply a little bit of shimmer right into the center, and this is only going to be visible on hooded eyes when you blink, so it's going to look really, really perfect. What we've done here is we've cut off the outside corner of the eye, we've lifted the corner, and that's how to do a hooded eye. And you're going to see the reference points again now to kind of really demonstrate this. All the links for products are in the description bar below. Thanks for watching, hope this helped, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.